3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. Stop. Welcome back to the Messy But Thriving podcast. Today's episode is about crashing out. That felt robotic.
I know.
That felt forced. It's okay.
It feels like we
were crashing out.
What's it called? Like a BuzzFeed video.
Yeah. The cute little music.
Yeah.
What's the BuzzFeed music?
I don't know.
I
Don't
think it was
answer
like
it. They're gonna
We already got
Look it up
copyrighted,
yourself.
so it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, who has been crashing out?
Me.
Wait, can we?
The Four Seasons Orlando.
Wait, for the geriatric folks, aka me, what does crashing out mean? Like, to you
Crashing
guys?
out.
Crashing out is like freaking out, basically. So I remember you guys explained it to me before.
I think it's crashing out. Like it's basically like getting upset or mad about something. Basically, I mean, I think you're crashing out. Like
Not the diagnosis. Wait, so you're just like angry about something.
I feel like there's different forms of a crash out.
yeah, I mean, I feel like some people just say like
I'm crashing out.
I'm gonna crash out, just to say it.
Like you're on the edge of like
Yeah, a
breakout.
glory.
Yeah, a glory. Oh dang.
Cute Lady Gaga.
Oh wait, we can't sing that. Dang it, we're getting copyrighted. Okay, so what are your guys' crash outs?
I was crashing out yesterday.
You're crashing out.
Yeah, why is Shauna crashing out?
I was like, I am.
I think crashing out is just like an overall sense of like feeling unwell.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
gotcha.
Yeah.
But like
I am
not,
that.
but not just a little.
I am unwell.
Not just a little, like
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very unwell.
Yeah.
What are your guys' crash outs?
Yeah. You said you were crashing out, Kyra?
Yeah, I was gonna have a crash out yesterday, but I nipped it in the bud real quick.
Ooh.
I know. It was a short crash out.
Mhm.
It's probably a 30-minute crash out.
Mhm.
I was in pure rage because, well, you know what happened. Well, turns out it was my fault, but in the moment, I felt like it was not my fault.
Mhm.
And I got all this rage in my body. I got so pissed, and I was like, ah! In my car, like literally going crazy. Anyways, that was my crash out.
How did you regulate then? Because it was only 30 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, and then my money started flying away from me all in the same moment. Like, and then some lady was like, "It's over here." I'm like, "Oh my god, like, what's happening right now?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I got out of alignment. Like, I got in a really bad energetic space." And then, like, in that moment, when, like, my energy shifted and it got worse, I started attracting a demon. My money started running away from me. And what was the other thing? Something else.
I feel like it's probably like something with parking.
Yeah.
I feel like parking always gets you.
Yeah. But anyways, how did I oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say that's crazy. I feel like the worst things happen at the worst times.
Yeah. Like, when things are bad, they're bad. Like, it spirals one after
Like,
another.
it gets worse.
Yeah, like, life really takes you out when you're already down.
It was taking me out.
It was taking me out.
Anyways, I regulated it by calling my cousin, shout out Hunter, and I was like, "Oh my god, I need to be grounded." And she was like, "Man, fuck that little $1,000. We rich, bitch." I was like, "You right. You right." Anyways, how about you guys?
How did I crash out?
Yeah.
I feel like I've been in a month crash out.
Ooh.
Like I've just been, and I mean, like, I'm calling it crash out because that's like the terminology, but like in like all honesty, I feel like I've just been really depressed for the past month, and feeling depressed on top of like things happening like one after the other, like things with my family, things with my friends, it's just not like helpful. So it all contributes to it. I feel like this week I kind of started getting better, and then like stuff started happening with work, and it's like back at square one where it's just all getting worse again. But I guess the way stop. I guess the way I regulate is going to therapy.
Shout out Brandy.
Yeah.
Shout out Brandy. I
know,
actually
you know.
have group therapy now.
Oh.
So I go to group therapy. I've only gone once, but I go once a week, and then I'll do individual therapy once a week as well. But even that is like, it can be exhausting because it's like I feel like I'm constantly having to like be so intentional about everything, and it's also just like a lot on my calendar that I like have to do physically, and it's like I don't get that much time to just like do nothing. So yeah, but that's how I'm regulating.
Those are healthy coping strategies. Buen trabajo. That's a good job.
Good job.
Yeah. Wait, I was assigned to group therapy one time when I was in like college because they didn't have enough like individual therapists, and I was like, they were like, why do you want to have therapy? I was like, oh, because I have like really bad social anxiety, like I can't talk in groups. And they put me in group therapy, and I never went because I was like, I have fucking social anxiety, you fucking dumbass. Like,
They're like exposure therapy.
I'm like,
not
not
the bat.
not too fast. Like, damn, like what the fuck? We gotta work our way up. Like,
Yeah.
That's
they're like,
crazy.
oh, you have social anxiety? Okay,
Yeah.
let's put you in an environment that's gonna make it 10
Let's
times
trigger
fucking
it.
worse.
Let's trigger it.
Let's
Let's
trigger
do
it.
it.
Yeah. I'm glad yours is going well.
Do they pair you for group therapy? Do they pair you with like similar aged peers, or is it just like anyone under the sun?
For the one that I'm doing, the therapy, like, what's it called? Like the office or whatever, they have different types of groups for different people.
Mm-hmm.
So they have like one for struggling mothers or whatever. Mine, I don't know. I think mine is just a women's group. But
Badass bitches. Group. That's all the one you're at.
no, yeah. But it's just like, it's primarily, or it's only women of color.
Oh.
And it's run by a black woman also, which
That's
is
kinda
really nice.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. I actually had to do this whole thing with my insurance because they're like not covered. I basically had to like petition my insurance to cover it.
Right.
And basically the argument that the like insurance guy had me make was that like it's a group run by women of color for women of color, and there's nothing like within my network that's offered like that, and so that's how they got it to be like approved for me. So now I like don't have to pay
That's
anything
crazy
out of
that
pocket. Yeah.
you have to fight so much for services.
Yeah.
Insurance is a fucking scam.
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about swearing? Sorry.
I feel like I don't swear too much, but for like emphasis for plot.
Do you think it's unladylike?
For emphasis.
I was like, should I stop swearing? I mean, it's a. I'm not.
Well,
think
I think
it's-
it depends on the intention. Are you doing it because you care what other people think, or because that's generally what you want to do?
I don't know. I like to cuss. Fuck.
There you go. There you go. We have our answer.
I got
Group
confused.
session done.
I thought you were about to say something about insurance. So I was like, what?
Yeah, ADHD. I don't know if I have ADHD. I might. I don't know.
I feel like a lot of my friends sometimes they'll be like, if they like swear around me, they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. But I could care less. I
Yeah.
feel like it's not in my vocabulary just because it's not.
Yeah.
I also feel like if I were to say things, I would sound like, I don't know, like a 12-year-old who's like trying to like rebel
Right.
against their parents.
Me too. I feel like it would just sound so unnatural.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I don't know.
I guess I've been swearing since I was like 5. Like, I've just been a potty mouth forever. I have a vivid memory of me at recess in kindergarten. And I remember I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop cussing, like, it's my last day. And I was like, let me get it all in my system. And I remember I was like, fuck, bitch, shit, bitch, ass, fuck, shit, bitch, motherfucker, ass, bitch, fuck. Me, a 5-year-old, trying to get it all out of my system.
Us uploading this, is this for kids? No.
Every time we upload, is this appropriate for kids 18 and under? Nope.
No.
No.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh.
Oh.
You said OMG, and I said, oh my god, at the same time.
Oh.
Wait, we need to get back to crash out.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so now that you know what a crash out is, Shauna, tell us about your crash outs.
Is my crash out the one I told you to go in one extreme? Let me try to confirm my crash out. Some crash outs, I think it was a true crash out.
I think it's
I'm
not
gonna
as
say it
I
on
think
the
it's not
pod.
as like technical as you're thinking about.
Yeah,
What
yeah. I
was
think
it?
I'm like way too stressed about it.
What was it?
Wait,
You can cut
is it
it
the
out.
one where it's like where I was going to one extreme and the other to find the middle ground between men? Is that the crash
No,
out?
I was thinking more about how you're talking about the
guy I was talking to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Med crash out. Yeah, just trying to like move on essentially. But then I feel like better now. I feel like I've made a lot of progress, which is good. But sometimes I do crash out. I don't know why I'm saying so stiff. Just like thinking like, oh, we have mutuals, like we're gonna see each other again, and then that
that's
freaks me
the
out a little bit.
worst.
And then I'm like, okay, no, I'm okay. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
grounded. I'm chill. But low key inside, I will be freaking out.
Yeah.
But externally, I'll be good.
Mm.
And then work stuff, but I'm not gonna. I feel like I won't go into details.
Yeah.
How do you regulate your crash outs?
Ooh, it depends what it is. I feel like either listening to podcasts, I really like to journal, and I think something you told me, which I didn't realize how much it was affecting me, because I'm so go. Like I work and I work late. I work out. I listen to podcasts. Like my mind is always just running around like crazy, and then doesn't catch up with me. Like I can go to sleep, but in the middle of the night I'll wake up and I'll still be like thinking about stuff throughout the day. So I feel like being in silence helps me because it literally forces me to think and reflect back on my day. Like, because you told me like, oh, like why don't you just sit in silence for a little bit? Like, so I'm playing music in the car, just don't do anything, and like there's a lot of peace and stillness.
Damn, I need to take my own advice.
But it really does help me because I was
Yeah.
like, why am my mind is always running around 24/7? But then once I had time to like give it a break, I can actually process what I do throughout the day.
Yeah, and I feel like that's how like our power, like our intuition, we can really hear it the best when we're in silence, because there's always like people telling their opinions or telling their perspectives or like their fear or like whatever it is, and it's like,
because I think that is nice.
what do I think?
Exactly. Like it's nice sometimes in the beginning, like if a situation is new and you don't really know how to process it, it's nice to hear other people's takes on it and advice. But at some point, you gotta step back and be like, what do I think? Like if I have all the information, let me summarize and or add value to my own process.
Yeah.
But and meditation, I'm a big fan of that too. So friends also help. You guys help. I literally got into the car. I was like, oh my gosh, Allison. I was like, I was telling her, I was like, these are all my deep internal thoughts. And then I was like, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Just having someone to like hear, to listen.
Right. And I was just like rambling. There
that
wasn't even anything in
helps.
particular.
Yeah.
I was like, boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom.
It's just like someone else to hold that space for you.
Yeah. Having people
to witness.
to do that.
I've started FaceTiming my sister like a lot, especially when I'm like stressed out. So something happens and I'll just FaceTime her and be like, hey, like, and we'll just start talking about it. Even if we don't talk about it, if we talk about something else that's like outside of the problem I was having, it's so helpful. Just to like laugh and like kiki, you know? It's so helpful.
Yeah, take your mind off of it for a bit.
Yeah, and then I can go back and journal about it later.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Can you think of any like crash outs that have altered your brain chemistry for the better?
Ooh.
Like any realizations you've come to from like crashing out, and then you like learned a really good lesson, you know?
From my crash out yesterday, I learned a good lesson of just like, don't let anyone or anything outside of you get you out of your energy. Because I was doing this little challenge with myself where like I was only entertaining the highest possible like outcome, only entertaining the highest possible like thought, and like only literally even a little delulu, but literally only entertaining like the positive side just for like this week. I was like, I'm just gonna really lock in, like really do that. But whenever that whole thing happened with my job, I like rage filled my entire body up, and like my energy shifted. And in that moment, like before that moment, literally this week has been like a magical week. Like everything has just been going perfect. Like everything's been going great. But in that moment, that my energy that fucked up, I let something outside of me like fuck up my energy. Everything shifted. My money started flying away.
Quite
a
literally.
demon starts to pop up on my phone.
Quite literally.
And something else.
I like how you still don't remember the last one.
Something else, but yeah.
I don't think that's, you said a little delulu. Maybe
Yeah.
you were joking, but I don't think it's delulu to like only entertain or aspire to like the highest possible or the best possible outcome. I think it's like a balance of like having that positive mindset, but also controlling how you react to when things that are out of your control are not favorable, you know? I think it's that balance, like what you were talking about, like going to the extreme.
Yeah, if they go to one extreme to the other, like highest good, best outcome possible versus lowest energy, freak out, and somehow, once you experience the two extremes, you have to land somewhere in the middle. And you won't know what that middle ground is until you feel the two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, and then like, and also letting yourself feel it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you have to let yourself do it. Because it's not healthy to always just compartmentalize or like
no, dude,
be a robot.
Y'all should have seen me in that car. I was like, anyone who ever tries to, I was like, me, yes.
It's kind of nice that all of our crash outs are a little different because mine's more like guy related. Because mine was like, I've been putting in so much inner work, healing. Why am I still not moving on from this? And then I had a realization where it's like, maybe it's not continuing to heal because I put so much self pressure. Like I don't understand. Like I thought like I'm putting in all the work. Why is it not working? And it was more so instead of aspiring for self growth, it's more so letting go. And that's one of the realization I had. Yeah, like I had to let go, and then because that's what I remember you talked about that before, like friendships. So this is any relationships, like outside romantic too. It's like you're just open. You're not desperate, but you're just open. Like you just let the bad or whatever energy, let's just let it go and welcome, make new space for whatever's to come. And I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, that was my thing. I was like, I probably just need to let go versus like I need to like do the inner work, do all these things, journal more, meditate more. I kept like more. I was like, wait, no, chill. Like you're in a good spot. Like you should be proud of where you're at. You just have to let go of the past sometimes.
Yeah. It's tough though.
It's
valid.
really hard.
Those are
Because
valid.
that's what we were talking about. It's like you go through phases. Like I was in such a detached, decenter, like free phase, and I was like, wait, why am I still seeking validation? And then that's not the same thing. I was like, I had to go two ends of the spectrum to land in the middle. Like, oh, you kind of still need a balance of both. But you go through waves. Every day is so different for me. At least every week is very different. I was telling my friend that I was like, I feel like every week I change. Like I grow into a new person.
I know.
But maybe my frontal lobe is just developing or something.
That's why I love watching these back because it's like, oh my god,
every
2 weeks ago.
Every week
like,
is so because last week I was
shit.
like decenter everything. Who cares? And now I'm like, oh, I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
It's fine. That girl, don't listen to her.
Like you said, you're in your
like every week we change.
I know. We're grow.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And we get to document it.
Yay.
Wait, so you're in your mental health crash out era.
Man, she goes to therapy.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys, I went to the Redwoods last week though.
Oh yes, how was
It was
that?
so fun. It was so beautiful. But
Did you give the trees your negative energy? Sorry.
did I give the trees my negative energy?
Oh, yeah, outside of TikTok. Okay, keep going.
I did hear though that like apparently even though there's like trails, even though people like there's trails designated to walk, like people constantly walking on them and then like the roots are beneath there like kills the trees.
Right. So it's not good.
Yeah. I felt so bad.
That's literally me to my Machu Picchu trip. They're literally like I think they're gonna cut the mountain tourists and or like not let tourists on anymore because it's just overrun and it's just it's not good.
Yeah. There are also a lot of trees that had like you could tell they were burned from within.
Oh, the fires.
I don't know if it was like well, it was fires, but not those fires. I think it was like well, our theory was like if there's a storm and it's struck by lightning, then it causes it to like burn.
That's
from
wild.
within. So there were a lot of cool like caverns and stuff that you could like
Mhm.
walk into the tree, but it's also like there were a lot of trees that were burned.
Oh.
I saw some deforestation,
Oh.
which was sad, and
Mhm.
like you hear about deforestation, but you
Mhm.
never see it in
Right.
real life.
Uh-huh.
That just feels so wrong.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go burn a forest, like.
yeah. Well, they were just like chopped down, and then it was just left there. So I'm like,
Ugh.
if you're gonna
Did he
chop
do
it
anything?
down, yeah. If you're gonna chop it down, why are you just gonna leave it there?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you guys feel like your crash outs, for the most part, are triggered by like relationships with other people or other people's actions?
I guess so. I feel like it's a mix. Like, it can be triggered by other people, or it's me putting a lot of pressure on myself. Because sometimes I feel like I get in my head a lot with some things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would say, and I'm also very feeling based. So like, yeah. So if someone, even they don't say it out loud, if I get a certain vibe or feeling, then I'm like, oh, something.
Female intuition.
I'm like, is something going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Dude, intuition is actually so scary. Like, do you ever hear people tell you like stories about, I just had a feeling, and then they're like, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. I remember this guy, he was telling me, like, one of his exes,
Mm-hmm.
he had a dream that she was cheating on him with this guy, and the name of the guy was in the dream. And then he woke up, and he was like, who the fuck is Michael? And she's like, oh,
Wow.
how did you know? Yeah, or like there's like girls who had dreams of like their partner's passcodes,
Uh-huh.
and they woke up and it worked.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think my intuition's at that level.
I mean, mine's not that
That's
good.
like prophetic.
No, not good, but I always
Really?
can have a feeling.
I think my thing is that I have a feeling, but sometimes it's having confidence. Like, I think that's the thing I was working on next. It's like, I have a certain feeling, but having the confidence to walk away or take action on that feeling, I think that's the next step for me.
Yeah, do you trust your intuition?
Yeah, I don't like to say it out loud though. Like the other day, I had a labubu, and
What's that?
You know, the cute,
a blind box.
Yeah.
A blind box.
It's like they have like a toy, and then there's like options, and they have like a secret one. It would be like 6 options, and then there's like a secret one.
Uh-huh.
So I had a feeling that I had the secret one, and it's like a 1 in 72 chance that you get it,
That's insane.
and I got it.
Damn.
But I didn't say it out loud. I was like, I don't want to say it out loud.
I guess that was me with jury duty. I was like, there's 200 people, 10 of us are left, I'm not gonna get chosen. And lo and behold, I wasn't chosen. I had my bathing suit with me, I was like, I'm going to the beach. I was like, I manifested this. I was like, I didn't wear professional clothes. I was like, I'm literally gonna wear beach clothes. Like, I'm not gonna get chosen. Like, I'm gonna leave. But I was there for a while, but they did let me out, like, after a few hours.
You get what you prepare for.
Exactly.
No, I feel like our intuition guides us, and we're taught to ignore it
Mm-hmm.
because it's not always based in logic, like ever. Actually,
Right.
and I remember like my old friend Grayson. He used to always like, I'd be like, oh, I just have a weird feeling about this girl. He's like, oh my god, you
See,
are
girl
so
relationships,
blah, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah, blah.
it's so hard.
You literally
Yeah.
know that. Like she's probably fine, and I'd be like,
But I get it
but I
back.
just have this deep internal feeling inside of my stomach.
Minko's leaving.
Bye. And then I would like in the future I'd find out, okay, I was actually right about that.
Mm.
So you gotta trust your gut. Where's this going? Crash outs. I feel like crash outs can come from not trusting your gut, because then you can end up in a situation.
You're not aligned.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Ooh. I just thought of this. What is intuition to you guys? Like, is it something? Because, like, sometimes your intuition can be something that makes you uncomfortable, you know?
Mm.
But sometimes it's, like, something optimistic.
Like, you get a weird, like, you're out with your friends and a guy's creepy, like that type of negative feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I trust my gut.
Mm.
I feel like I'm very, like, I trust my feelings. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Or sometimes it's the opposite. I'm like, why didn't I catch that? Like, that's so weird. But yeah, I say for the most part, I trust my feelings. Because every time I had a weird feeling and I didn't act on it, it didn't work. Like, something negative or bad happened. I was like, oh, I should have trusted my feeling. That's why, like, I gotta take action on it. I can be confident in that feeling sometimes.
It guides you
Yeah.
in a way. It's like a GPS, internal GPS.
But I do say there are some situations where it's easy to gaslight yourself. Like, am I really? Is anyone else seeing this? It's just me. And then intuition.
I feel like something that I struggle a lot with is not knowing if my intuition is correct or if I'm gaslighting myself. Like, I feel like I want to give people, like, the benefit of the doubt all the time. And I'm like, oh, they behave this way because they have something else going on that I'm not aware of. But then when it's, like, repeated, it's kind of like, is that actually true? Or am I telling myself that so that I'm, trying
to validate your own past thought?
To, like, try not to be upset about it. Like, try not to center myself. So... Yeah.
I know what you mean.
I feel like you guys are just so kind. like you give everyone the benefit of the doubt and, like, oh, you try to justify their actions, but at some point you gotta, if I had to make a list of my, say it's a friend, like a list of my ideal traits in a friend, like no one has to live up to the whole list, but if they're not hitting, like, a good chunk of that, like, that person probably
Shauna, your
isn't for
skin
you.
is so beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm actually in awe.
Thanks, girl.
Yeah. Shout out Victoria. Never gatekeep a kind word.
Yes. Victoria. That's our friend. But yeah, I think second chances are good. But if it's a behavior and it's a pattern, that's when I feel like maybe step back or something.
Yeah.
I think you do have good intuition. I feel like you guys all do.
You guys, that's all.
Yeah. Every single one of you. But I think so.
Yeah.
You just gotta. I think the hardest part is just believing and trusting in it.
I heard.
Or maybe do, like, little tests. Like, do a little test, see how they react, and, like, okay, that confirmed
Do you ever get those intuition tests on TikTok?
No. Dude, what is your TikTok?
Oh, wait.
They're like intuition test. What?
Oh, what color is in here?
Wait, no way.
What color is in the ball?
They're like, I was saying a blue circle. Did you get it right? Comment below. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Maybe that'll be your next.
I don't think that's how intuition works. You're fucking blue circles. Fuck.
It's like they have an egg and they're like, what color do you think is here? And then they crush it and it's like teal.
And they're
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Training your intuition.
Dang.
And people in the comments like, oh my god, I got it.
That's me in the comments. I trust my intuition.
Or they'll be like, think of your best friend from kindergarten. Now like this video, press share.
And do a backflip.
Wait, why do you feel like you have a hard time trusting your intuition?
Because I don't want to, because sometimes it tells me things I don't want to know. I don't want to know that.
Like, it's too real.
Yes.
You don't want to listen to yourself. No, yeah, I feel like I always just feel like I literally have a draft of I literally have a draft of an email that I was sending to my old therapist still in my drafts, and I haven't been talking to the therapist for like almost a year. And I literally was like, am I just gaslighting myself or is this behavior okay? And yeah, I've just been struggling with that. Like, I feel like I overthink it. I have anxiety, so, you know.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Anxiety shouts, intuition whispers.
Ooh.
Intuition's never going to be like
Write that down.
Yeah.
shaking your whole nervous system.
Oh.
Intuition's like subtle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Where anxiety is like urgent.
Yeah, I think I have a lot of what's it called, cognitive like distortions in general.
What
where,
kinds? I'm like, I do mind reading. What about you?
I don't know what the name is called. I have a PDF on my phone. Over something. The recording's on there. in the middle of the video. Should we do ASMR?
Intuition whispers.
Hey guys, whisper.
This nigga on. Oh my gosh, have you guys seen the movie Brother Bear?
Yes.
That movie
I
is
haven't
so
thought about that movie in
good.
years.
That movie is so, and Kenai is fine as a man.
Respectfully.
That is a man. My cognitive
As a
distortion.
man. As a man. Yeah, because he was a bear, right?
Yeah, he was a
No
man.
bestiality.
Okay, yeah, your cognitive dysmorphia? That's what it was?
Distortion. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what kind do you have?
I don't remember what the names are. Oh, there's one that's like, what's it called when it's like everything is like,
Catastrophizing.
yep.
Ooh, mental health therapist.
I
No.
love when you like can know what I'm saying when I'm just not even speaking English. Catastrophizing.
Catastrophizing.
Catastrophizing? How do you say it?
Catastrophizing. Catastrophizing? Okay, so you make things bigger than they actually are in your head.
Yes.
That's literally me. Like,
Might make little thing go boom. Okay.
Yeah, that one. And then there's another one. There's another one. I can't remember the name.
Do you know what mind reading is? Sorry, say
Like-
your thought.
like,
Not like literal mind reading.
It's like I'm doing it right now.
It's like,
Like, no, I locked in, like,
What
what
color,
color-
what color am I thinking
wait,
of?
what are you talking about?
what color is this?
It's
It's like it's when you assume you know what other people are thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have that?
Like I do it sometimes.
Like in a positive way, or in like
No-
you assume?
Yeah, hell yeah. Everyone thinks I'm the hottest bitch.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
ever
yeah,
fucking-
that's
Well, I
that.
am starting to do it like that though.
I talked to my coworker. He said that he does that. Like, you
Yeah.
it's kind of positive affirmations. Like, I have to
Yeah.
think I'm the best because no one else is gonna
I'm
tell
like
me.
when someone
He
goes ahead
likes
of me in the
me.
yeah. Everyone in my head, everyone in the building
Everyone
goes,
will bow down. Like all those
Yeah,
like
yeah.
positive affirmation videos.
bow.
Yeah, what are they called? The
Uh,
frequency stuff.
Yeah, affirmations.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so is that in a negative way or a positive way? you
Honestly,
use it?
it's more positive now. But like that's actually it has like this week.
Mhm.
It's been more positive. Or like this month, it used to be like really
Yeah.
negative. Like I'm like they all hate me.
Mhm. That's something I was about to say. When you meet people, I heard in a podcast, you have to assume the best.
Yeah.
You have to assume that they think the best of you because you always have like a negativity bias in your head. And that's something I did with work too. For the first year, I would always think about all the things I did wrong and I would hyperfix on it and I would generally spiral. Like, it would bother me on the weekend, it would bother me after work. And I was like, I can't compartmentalize my life. But something I would do is just like, at the end of the day, I'll write 5 things I did well and then 5 things I'm like grateful for. So you have to like literally rewire the neurons in your brain into like a positivity bias versus a negativity bias because that's so much easier for your brain to do. But same maybe like with social situations, you kind of do. You kind of have to assume the best. Like
Yeah.
people most likely think
Okay.
good of you, but we just hyperfixate on the
Okay,
bad.
guys. For the rest of this evening, let's consciously do that.
What? Assume the best
Assume that everyone's obsessed with us.
in this room.
I mean,
And,
easy.
and
I'm just
when we
joking.
go to the restaurant, like everyone there's like, who are the
The waiter wants
It's-
me.
Yeah.
The waiter wants to take my order. No, ma'am, she's just doing his job.
Wait, but how do you come back from
Yeah, how do you?
making little thing go big?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have.
You should
Like-
find strategies.
Yeah, I don't think I have yet. I mean, that's the goal, but I don't think I'm still struggling, and I think that's why I'm crashing out.
Right. That makes sense.
My mom always says, zoom out.
But I get it. Like, if you're like making something so big in your head, it's gonna lead to a crash out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like do CBT and everything. It's like I can come up with the alternative thought where it's like, not everyone hates me and they're not all like out to get to me,
Mhm.
all out to get me. But what's hard is like actually believing in myself. So, and I think that's also like the self-acceptance, self-esteem.
Pretending.
Yeah,
Have you ever heard of method acting? Sorry.
yeah.
That's what I've been practicing recently.
Wait, how is method acting different from improv?
Method acting is when you like. So I've been doing it recently. It's been like kind of changing my life a little. So, like, I created a character, call her Kyra. I literally, it's everything I want to be. It's, like, how I want to exist. My characteristics, my traits, hobbies, you know, the relationship.
Like your higher.
Just everything,
self,
yeah. And then I just, like, method act her. So, like, it's, like, deeper than just, like, pretending. It's, like...
I embody.
Yeah, like, actors... You know how actors will prepare for a role by method acting? Like, they become the character to the point they start to have thoughts like the character. They do things in little ways. They move like the character. They dress like the character. They, like, but literally become the character. And then even after the role, you know, a lot of times, like...
They can't break out.
Yeah, like, they become that person. And that's through, like, a process called method acting. So that's what I've been practicing recently. Method acting, like, the highest version of me.
I think also another aspect is also just having grace with yourself, because I feel like you do so much and you're doing so well, and you're like, you know the skills, you know the strategies, you're doing everything you can to get to that place you want to be. Also having a healthy balance of grace, like, it's okay. Like, I'm doing it. It's okay if I'm not exactly where I want to be. In general, I don't think anyone really will ever be where they want to be 100%.
Yeah.
Like, maybe one day they will be, but the next day will be different. But maybe
You never
keeping that in
arrive,
mind
though.
too. Yeah. Because that's something I feel like I just, there's so much self-pressure to do everything and to do it well. And that also comes with self-help and self-growth. But also have the healthy dose of grace and forgiveness for yourself. Like, I'm okay. Like, it's okay if I'm not perfect. You know, it's okay to crash out. Like, that's just who I am right now.
And you're on the path there, like,
Just enjoy the journey.
but yeah, you're consciously, intentionally making the choices.
Yeah, and I think that
bringing
itself
you
is a win.
closer to where you're inevitably going to go.
Right. Like, you will get there.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
You're doing the work, and then it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Because the outer always reflects the inner.
Or maybe even reframing what even that goal is. Like,
oh.
Ooh.
Yes, it's the coolest thing ever. So the premise of this is, I'm gonna read this when I go to Columbia, but the premise of it is,
I feel like we're like in a secret library. like, what is this?
The reading corner.
Yeah.
you're not chasing the goal, you're chasing the feelings that you hope to attain. So, like, the way she does, like, she puts it out is she has you write out a list of how do you want to feel first, not what do you want to achieve. That's the last thing. Like, fuck that shit. How do you want to feel in life? And then after you determine, like, how do you want to feel, and you meditate on, like, those feelings, then you just decide, okay, what would make me feel that way, and you go from there. And, like, because I feel like most of us kind of do it backwards. Like, we think about what do we want to achieve, and then we get there and we feel shitty. And it's like, what was it all for? So I like this.
What was I
Sorry. I think we just keep like, this is why they didn't keep up the pod. They're all references from our previous episode.
And also, like, through talking this out, I'm, like, actually feeling so much better.
I know. I feel like that's why I said starting this pod has helped me grow so much. The pod. The pod.
No, it's same.
But yeah, I think chasing feelings is it's a good and a bad thing, you know? But in general, it helps to decenter the goal. Whoa.
My middle name.
Oh.
Allie
Social security
Danielle.
number. Credit card number. Oh, that's good. Yeah. The feeling.
Yeah. Focus on that, and then what can I do to feel that way? Like, right now, I feel very fulfilled. And, like, the feeling of creating this podcast with you guys is, like, that's it.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
I think we're at the goal, hypothetically.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
We're actually in our highest self right now. So. Well, should we just end it?
Yeah.
Let's do outro.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Wait, that was actually so chaotic. But it makes sense though. So the idea is, like, don't overemphasize the goal.
Yeah.
Just be more present and be more grateful to the small feelings, and
it's like
things
the process, not the
yeah.
destination.
Yeah. And then also another thing I was once told, is that how are you going to feel in the future? The best. See what I'm saying about how it's hard to talk. I struggle. But
no, I was laughing at the nails.
See it. I'm mind reading. Okay.
It's okay. You got this. You can do it.
Okay. So I was gonna say is the way that you're going to feel in the future. The biggest predictor of that is the way you feel right now.
Yeah.
Her.
I get that. That makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I think about that. I was like, I'm not I'm nowhere near where I want to be finance wise or like other things. Like hypothetically, like you can make so much more money. You can have so many different friends, have so many new experiences. But what makes me the happiest, like, it's just the now.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Literally, when I was.
If you
Oh, copyright's gonna get us again.
It's okay.
Should we ask the audience one last question?
Yeah. What are you guys crashing out about?
And how do you cope? Oh, it's like trauma dump. No, yeah, both. What are you crashing out about, and then how do you cope? Everyone's just like trauma dumping in the comments.
I know.
Yeah.
As if our viewers are just. We have 4 listeners.
Well, hey.
So there's one more other than us. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I said it to someone the other day.
So, if you're our 4th listener, thank you. Thank you.
Tell your friends.
Thank you.
Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you.
Wait, but we lost a subscriber.
Oh, did someone unsubscribe?
It's fine. We'll never make it past 10. It's okay. Wait, what were we need to detach from the goal.
I wonder who's a white man.
Okay,
If you
it's
watched our last
fine.
episode, you know.
Until next time. That's so chaotic. Bye.